So today we're at Wales Circuit, as Super GT called it, aka the Red Bull Ring. And we all know how the circuit is when it comes to its track limits and the penalties, and how easy it is just to make a mistake. And this race has absolutely no shortage of any of that. Probably because it wasn't exactly my cleanest of races. As we go through the first corner here, you can see I accidentally missed the braking point. I go into the back of the Spaniard, who goes into the back of the other guy there, and yeah, I gained 2 free positions. Completely unfair, that was my fault, I will admit that. Not my proudest moments, but you know, it was what it was. It's very easy to make a simple mistake. I just I broke later than the other guys, and you can see the different Spaniards are coming back at me, and he also sends it down my inside. I'm also going to be using these external shots quite a bit because I really like them. Anyway, I broke a bit later than the Spaniard there, and I tried to avoid them both by going down the inside, but then, yeah, I mistimed it and I went to the back of the Spaniard instead. Anyway, so currently fighting with the other Spaniard here. You can see I'm actually trying to make a move down the inside. I'm the guy in the Aston Martin behind him. On the exit, there was a bit of contact, and as we go through the fast left-hander here, this section of the track is really tricky. And I chose the Aston Martin because it was actually quite stable in this circuit. The fastest one is the Huracan, which is in the leader. With the car the leader is using, but it's very difficult to drive, and foreshadowing on that later. So meanwhile I was having that battle through the first corner here. This guy, you remember him for later, so you can see all the carnage that I've caused by mistake there. So this French driver here, you can see currently in P7 or P8 as he makes a move there into P7. There's 2 guys that's off the circuit, that's 2 free positions for him, so he goes up to P5. And on the exit, he's going to start fighting with the R8 here. And you can see in front the 2 Aston Martins fighting. That's me and the other guy's battle. So he's going to try and make a move around the outside of the R8. Trying to hold it around the outside. A pretty nice move there. Plenty of respect given by both drivers. This is a very cool battle. We're keeping... remember this guy for later, by the way. So you can see the R8 there. Trying to make a move around the outside. Frenchman still down the inside. Still going side by side through the S's here. I think that's what they consider the S's. And you can see the French driver is now right behind me. So as we go through the second to last corner, you can see I was just barely, I couldn't even see myself off the curb there. The track limit is the curb. And still I somehow got a half a second time penalty. So I don't know where I went off the track there, but you know, there you go. I get a half a second time penalty for that. And that's going to be quite a problem with the Mercedes driver, the Frenchman there right behind us. So as we go through the first corner, you can see I actually get a bit of a better exit than him. I'm putting away slightly, but then I will have to serve the penalty just on the exit of the third corner here, if you count that fast left-hander here as a corner in the first place. So second/third corner, whatever one. For me, it's the second, but you know, I'm not going to judge what you think it is. Cutting the corner there slightly, no, not off track limits, so just going over on the curb on the officially proclaimed third corner anyway. And as we go through the fourth corner, you can see we're going side by side there with the Mercedes driver on the fast right-hander. We might accidentally cause an Albon here, like what happened to Alex Albon. We slightly push him off the track. We don't push him completely off the track, but we don't leave him too much space. A bit of aggressive defending there, to be honest. And through the left-hander, bit of oversteer. So he's going to try and come back at us. If you look in the radar, he's right behind us. I don't think he's close enough to go for a move here. So quite aggressive defending for me, to be honest. A bit of oversteer as well there, or understeer. And for some reason, I get a 1 second time penalty again. So I assume they just went a little bit off track on the exit there. And that caused me to get the 1 second time penalty. He was going to try and send it down the inside there, but I saw that coming. Saw him having too much speed, so I just let him slide past off the circuit because I knew that was going to happen. And once again, switching over to the external shots. Tell me what you guys think of the external shots down in the comments, by the way. Personally, I really like them. I think they look really cool. And as we go through the first corner, you can see he's quite close behind. Sure, and he was pretty pissed about what happened there. And he doesn't even bother to brake. He doesn't brake. He just goes right through me. And you can see in the radar there, pretty scary sight there as I go off the track. He went literally inside my car somehow. And gets himself a half a second time penalty, I believe, for that, probably for track limits. And you can see now the leader has binned it. So like I said, foreshadowing earlier, with the Huracan being very difficult to drive, the leader has lost it. If you can drive it though, it is a very fast car, but it is very easy to mess up, and that's what happened with the leader, unfortunately. And You can see I actually got overtaken by the Italian, I think that's an Italian. And the Frenchman now is going to have a pretty nice battle again with the Lamborghini or the Huracan. And this battle is going to extend pretty much until the very end of the race, and they're even going to join me later on. So the Mercedes driver currently not in his best form as we go through to start off the 4th lap and end the 3rd lap of the race. So the second to last lap, you can see the Merc trying to go down the inside there. It doesn't have enough speed compared to the Huracan. Huracan very fast in the top end at the maximum speed. On the exit, plenty of contact. The Huracan as well, a bit of oversteer. I think he bumped his back there. And as we go through the 3rd corner, officially 3rd corner, I still think that should be the 2nd corner. The Huracan trying to make a move around the outside there. Merc driver, I think there was a bit of contact as well. Merc driver though getting a better exit and holding it, still going side by side as we go through the 4th corner here. And you can see I'm right ahead of them. That Aston Martin head, that was me, just slowly dropping back towards them. And the Merc driver actually gets the move done there as the Aston Martin, not the Aston Martin, the Huracan was for a bit of a squirm on the exit. However, as we go through the final corner to start off the final lap, you can see in the radar the Frenchman has caught up to me and possibly close enough to go for a move as he's going to try and go down the inside. I'm not really going to fight it too much. I let him go because the Huracan is right behind me. On the exit though, I get the better exit and I am able to go for the switchback. I think that counts as switchback. And I get ahead of him before we get to the corner. And frankly, this was a bit of a scary sight looking at the radar, seeing 2 cars going side by side right behind you, because if one of them outbrakes you, it could end up how it did in the first corner of the first lap with me getting punted off the track there. Except this time I'm the one getting punted. So as you go on the exit of the 3rd corner onto the 4th corner, you can see the 2 guys behind me still going side by side. So a pretty great battle here, and I'm kind of the leader of the battle. A bit of oversteer from me. I think there was a bit of contact as well with the Merc driver. Going side by side with the Merc driver, he was also a bit aggressive on the defending here. So it's from my point of view, you can see there was a bit of contact there on the exit slightly, and he's just pushing me over to the left hand side, completely defending the inside. That's going to give me a very bad line through the corner, which is not only going to allow the Frenchman but also the Italian, the Huracan, to also get ahead of me, and I drop back down to 5th. So from 3rd to 5th in pretty much 1 or 2 corners. And sadly, it's going to be the final lap, so there's not really that much opportunities here to go for a move. However, if you look at the Huracan, he's going slightly wide there, and that kind of compromises line into the final corner, which means he's going to go even wider there, and that's going to allow me to get ahead of him. And I managed to hold it on 4th place by a miracle. And you can see the Huracan there just completely lost it, pretty much doing donuts, probably unintentionally as it hits the wall. And yeah, bit of a crazy race this one, but definitely was a ton of fun. I definitely enjoyed that, and if you have, don't forget to like the video as well. That would be very much appreciated. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. And also, don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. And before you ask, yes, I did apologize to the Spaniard after the race. And no, he did not reply for whatever reason. Goodbye.